Hi guys, this is going to be a short video where I'll be showing you how I do the EPSI stabilizer mod. So what you will need are some stabilizers, a used desk key switch film, the leftovers of what you have after you film your switches, and some lube. I'm going to be using the Krytox 205 grade 0 for my stabilizers this time, but you can use dielectric grease or whatever you feel that is suitable for your own needs. So these are the polycarbonate stabilizers from KBD Fans. I think it's their in-house stabilizer. Okay, so what you will need are actually the small strips above here. I'm not sure if you can see the small strips above. Yeah, we'll be only using that. And oh yeah, we also need some double-sided tape. Grab some strips. I have my small fan running. Hopefully it's not too noisy. But yeah, let's just do 4 for now. Carefully place these strips on top of the double-sided mountain tape. I'm not sure whether it affects much, but I normally put the shiny side, the shiny side face down in contact with the double-sided tape. I just assume that it would stick better in this way. So on these strips you have one side which is shiny and have a plastic feel to it, and the other one is the foam type of material. So the plastic side goes down with the tape. So just make sure that the whole thing is on the tape, none of it is sticking out. Carefully cut so that all that remains are the desk key film. It's fine to cut a bit of the film, yeah, because you won't be using the whole length of it. You'll be cutting off the excess later on. I'm just gonna skip to the part where I finish cutting all this, but you get the idea. Okay, so here is an example of one of the films. So you have the double-sided tape on one side and the non-shiny part of the film on the other side. I'll only be doing it on the spacebar. This is just a demo. I have another video where I built the full keyboard, so do make sure to check it out. Okay, so let's take 2 housings, 1, 2, and 2 stems, 1, 2. They look really high quality, so I'm not sure, I've never used them before, but hopefully, yeah, hopefully it's good. So let me zoom. This is the stem, and this is the housing. So I'll only be lubing the housing and not the stem. There are many tutorials on how to lube properly and the amount you should use, so do check them out on YouTube. Make sure to put some lube here as well, where the wire clips into the stabilizer. Once you finish lubing the housing, just like that. Okay, so it's really useful if you have a tweezer like this. Okay, so where you want to put the film at the top part of the hole. So if you can see the slanting part where the wire goes, then you carefully slot it in horizontally first. Wiggle your way in. Once it's in, turn it up so that it faces up, and then stick to the top. The width of the film should fit stabilizers perfectly. Yeah. So use your tweezers to press it down firmly, like so. Focus. Yep. Such good coincidence that the stabilizers they provided are transparent, so that we can see the film inside. So yeah, so this is how you're supposed to do it. Then for the excess part that sticks out, just grab a nail clipper. This is really useful. These stabilizer stems do not have legs, the prongs, so we do not have to clip them. But yeah, if they do have it, then you can use a nail clipper to clip them off as well, to make it flush and flat like so. Okay, then just snip off the excess. Make sure everything is snipped off. Don't leave anything hanging out, because it may brush against the housing and affect the performance. Okay, after you're done, just use a tweezer to press it down once more to secure it further. Okay, yeah. So for the HOLEE mod, you would do something similar but with a band-aid. And I find that finding the right band-aid, the right material, and trying to cut it to the correct width and trying to navigate it into the stabilizer was quite challenging for me. So I found this mod to be much more efficient or easier to do, and it's as good, it performs as well as the HOLEE mod in my opinion. Yeah, so once you clipped it, it should look something like this. Yeah. For those of you who want to loop the stem, make sure you do it after you have done the EPSI mod, so that you do not accidentally get looped into the hole and the tape will not stick as well. So yeah, only do it after you have done. At this stage, just loop the outside. Okay, so the main source of rattling for spacebar is due to, first, the housing of the stem hitting against the housing of, the stem of the stabilizers hitting the housing of the stabilizers when they operate, and that is solved by lubing the housing and the stem if you want. And the second main cause or main source of rattling is actually it's freely moving inside, so when it hits metal against plastic, it will produce rattling sound. So this mod, instead of metal hitting plastic, you have Lesky film, which is softer and will help remove the rattling sounds. Similar to what HOLEE mod does, but it's just, I don't know, in my opinion, it's just easier and faster. So I'll quickly do the other one as well, then we'll assemble the stabilizer and test it out on the keyboard. Quick tip for those of you who don't know which direction to put it in. So the housing with the hole faces you, and the stem with two holes. So you have one side with one hole and the other side with two holes. White stabilizer doesn't really turn out good on camera, but yeah, the side with two holes faces you, the side with the hole on the housing faces you, then just start turning. So your wire is supposed to go through the bottom hole of the stem. Not only the tip, you must also loop a bit of the L shape. Loop until this portion, because this is the part that clips into the stabilizer, and we need loop on that portion as well. Technically, any part that comes into contact with the plastic housing needs to have loop. Make sure it's able to go up and down when you turn it. One side done, let's do the other side. So here I have the PCB. It's a hot swap PCB. Everything is 3 times harder to do on camera than doing it off camera. So excuse the sloppiness. Okay, this is better. Seems like it sticks out, nothing a nail clipper can solve. Okay, maybe nail clipper is not so good. Nothing a pair of scissors can solve. These are to prevent the screws from touching the PCB. And the switches I'm going to be testing it with is the tangerines. Yeah, they're known to be one of the smoothest switches Yeah, I haven't looped or filmed these, and these are not the switches I'm going to be using for the final build, but just for this stabilizer testing. Yep. These are the matcha keycaps, XDA profile. I think they're XDA. Yeah, I got them from Drop. Now for the sound test, I'll be switching to my condenser mic. So yes, see you there. So I have the spacebar here with the EPSI Mod, and just for comparison, I also included an enter key, but the stabilizers are not modded and not looped, so it's stock. But I've included the padding below the stabilizer for the enter key. Okay, so this brings us to the end of the video. Hope you found it informative and helpful. If you did, do like the video and consider subscribing. And let me know in the comments below which mod do you prefer, the HOLEE mod or the EPSI mod. Until then, see you in the next video. Bye.